Thank you, Anik, and welcome, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here. Terry Bartlett's my name, and I have had the fortune of meeting Anik last night, and what a powerful session that we had around learning about what Anik was doing, and from that, I have to say, came a lot of information and a lot of empowerment. For those that don't know me, I am and have been totally blind all my life, but I live in this world as a person, as we all should do and be allowed to do. And from that, I have to say that there's been many hurdles that have tried to stop me, but I have a philosophy set that says there's no such word as can't. And I challenge you all to come and join me and create something really inspiring and motivating for yourselves, because that's really what life's all about, is to inspire you. I'm self-employed and have been for 6 years, building and doing accessible web testing and web design. I have a web designer that works alongside me who is also a person with several disabilities, but he's a fantastic man and he's motivated as well. He doesn't sit back and say, you can't do it. He says, you will do it, you can, we can, and let's find a way to do it. So I challenge you all to come and join us, and let's build a micro business for you, and let's bring your talents to the fore. There's no reason why you can't do it, and I'm more than happy, as we discovered yesterday, to work alongside you and provide the experience that I've had, the challenges that I've had and how I've overcome them, and work on the challenges that you may have and that you may overcome, that you will overcome in fact, to become a person that's self-employed. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It's a challenge. It's stressful, but you put things in place that will stop that so that it can be enjoyable. And the very first check you sign is a lot of fun. Whether it's going out, that's fine. That's what it does. You pay bills. The very first deposit form's even better because it's going in. And so from where I sit, there's no reason why you can't have an empire. You've got to begin at the beginning. You've got to decide exactly what you want to do. You've got to work with people that want to work with you and that you want to work with. But it can be done. Now I mentor and have started mentoring a friend of mine who wants to create podcasts. She wants to become an advocate. And one of my ambitions is to bring her advocacy to the fore. She has a son with special needs who has been, to be fair, unfairly treated. I'd have to go so far to say, by the system. But that doesn't stop him as a young man from challenging the system and performing, and it won't stop her as a parent, as a person who's dedicated all their life, as we all do, to building something successful. This hasn't stopped her from doing that, and it's the beginning for her, as it can be for you, of a successful, uninterrupted, not necessarily with difficulties, career of your choice. Let's do it. Let's show the world that as people that have inabilities, because I'm not a person that likes the disabled word, not a disabled person, that we with our networks can flow. Let's concentrate on 5 points that will convince you to become self-employed. Why would you want to do that? For me, I wanted to be self-sufficient. I wanted to be independent. That's a strong word to use, but I wanted to prove that just because I was a person who was totally blind, I could do everything that a person that was fully sighted, able-bodied, could do. So where did I do it? I started, wow, many years ago, actually with a friend of mine who used to work night shift, and we created this plan that we could start something for nothing, and you can too. So where did we start it? Our night shift down at the BP in Manawatu, actually, leaning on the freezer. So that's fine. We had this concept you could start something for nothing and build it into an empire. So who's going to do it? Well, I did it, and you can do it. You need a concept. You need to take that concept and build it. But you need to own it as well. This is my idea. I want to build $1 million houses in New Zealand, for example. So how did it start? It started because I was sick of doing nothing. It started because I was bored and I needed a challenge. Do you need a challenge? I believe you do. I believe you need to be out there, and as people recognise that you are valued as much as our able-bodied counterparts, if that's the word or the phrase I should use. And when? Not before you're ready, but when you're ready. Tomorrow actually would be good. Then let it happen. Let's build together. Come to me and I will help you, and we'll build a plan and build a network, a micro business for you. I'm fortunate enough that because of my experience with not only individualised funding but self-employed, I have knowledge of how both sides work, and everybody within the structure that you create will be more than happy to work with each other, because that is how you build a successful network. Take the people that run Amway, both of those are their brothers, I believe, and they're both dyslexic, but that never stopped them, so don't let it stop you. Remember, as a person, the world is yours, and you want wealth, not only personal, not only financial. We all like financial. Lotto won't bring it to us, so we have to go get it. So let's do it as a person would, and show the world that we are more than capable as people of confronting what can't be done and turning it into what can. My company, for those who don't know, is called Corner Enterprises Limited. We are on the web, www.cornerenterprises.co.nz, and at this point in time I deliver bulk coal. Well, my company does. Don't think they'll give me a license. But it's fun because I get to meet people and build networks, as I've spoken about before. The next phase to my company, actually there's two. The first one is that I would like to get involved with you people and with anybody I can find, pretty much, and mentor people and teach them what I've learnt and how to go about it. Currently, it's definitely in the build stage, and that's why we're filming today. The other part of my company is going to form something totally different in the delivery field, but we're going to deliver hot food to people. I'm going to run the office and the whole company, and there's going to be people working with me, because I believe nobody should work for somebody. That's not how you build a team. So taking a turn to go back to the mentoring experience is something that we only gain by doing. Let's do it together. Let's create wealth, and let's show people, not disability. Just because you can't means won't. So you want to say to yourself, I will, and then you and I should talk, because then we'll compare notes, we'll set a plan. That's how I started Cell, was with a plan. I was very lazy for 10 years and sat on it and thought, oh yeah, it'll work, but it won't work. But it does, because it's working. It's been there 6 years. Feel free to come join me. It's fun. Last night when I left here, as a person, I was smoking. I was on fire. I went home, I cruised at a great rate of knots from, because I like to walk in fresh air, from one end of my street pretty much to the other, and I was at home and I was just bouncing. The atmosphere built for the whole 2 hours we were here pretty much. And from it actually came my first project, who is a lady that has had individualised funding and who has, as I've said before, a son with special needs. Actually, she has 3 children with very different needs, to be fair. But I left here thinking, wow, let's create a podcast so that she can bring out the advocacy skills that she has, so that she can help you as people and your families empower yourselves to have a better life. And from the research that Anik's done and Manawanui are looking for, I hope that can create a greater independence, a greater feeling of empowerment to be able to speak up and not feel like you've all been smacked in the ear or punched on the nose or given black eyes because you want to speak up and voice your opinion. That's where Leonie's heading. That's my main objective with her, is to empower her and mentor her into her own micro business. And from the experiences that she's had, I can assure you, you will grow as well. Good luck, go well, and I will present my contact details now. My email address is links007, the numbers as in James Bond, you know, links007@clear.net.nz, and on there, no, that's for home. Phone number is 03 484 7144. Fax number is 03 484 7145, although preferably email would be better. However, some people don't have it. And my cell phone is 021 206 3874. Feel free anytime when you're ready to build, or if you even have an idea, or if you just want to chat, more than happy to do that. But feel free to step up onto the lectern and stand there. And if you're looking for something that needs to be used to bring out your leadership skills, then I belong to an organisation, and this is just a tip that's transformed my direction in the last 6 months. Then be thinking about something that will give you those leadership skills, possibly Toastmasters maybe. Very, very, very empowering organisation that we could all learn from. It's constructive, as Leonie wants to be in her advocacy, as I want to be in my mentoring, in my creation of micro businesses, as Anik wants to be with study. Good luck. Thank you.